Hi there, adapters and adapters Tech X. It's great to have you. We're here at Catalyst for Conversion, powered by Revenue by Design. And we're here with John Seaton. John is the Chief Revenue Officer for Cendyn. And John, what is going on at Cendyn right now? And can you help our viewers? What do you do at Cendyn?
So Cendyn provides marketing, revenue management, distribution technology to the hotel industry. We've done it for 20 odd years. We're a global company, and it's all about empowering the hotels to use data to make informed decisions.
Yeah, data seems to be a core conversation here at the event. The revenue managers and distribution managers of today, how do they use that data and how do you advise them on that?
In many different ways, and I could talk for hours on that. One of the things we always say to hoteliers is about, what is it you're trying to do? You're trying to understand your guest, right? The key is for a hotel is to try and drive more direct business. So how do I use that guest information that I can gather, whether it be at check-in, whether it be through the booking process? How do I use that in order to improve that booking process, the experience on property, and the post-stay experience for that guest relevant to that brand?
And we heard at the conference earlier this morning about all the psychology and persuasiveness that goes into websites.
Yeah.
How do you use that at Cendyn? Or do you?
We do. It's interesting because one of the things we actually do is provide websites to hotels. And really we encourage hotels to update and revamp their websites every sort of 2 to 3 years, because it's amazing how quickly websites get tired, content gets tired. And as I said on the panel at the conference, there's the booking process. Sometimes we forget about the consumer. And so it's about actually providing the content for the consumer that makes life easier for them to book. Because ultimately you want them to book on the hotel website rather than through an OTA, for example.
Right, we're all consumers and we'd like it to be easier to book and just book now and give me the stuff I want when I want it. Is that getting more complicated or is it getting easier?
It's not, I don't know if it's getting more complicated. When we talk about consumers, we often think about leisure travelers, but actually we also forget about the corporate traveler. And I'm a corporate traveler, probably like yourself, and I book directly on hotels' websites. So it's really simplifying that process. There is the technology out there in our industry to enable that process to be simple. So I don't know if it's getting more complicated. I think there's more tools available to hotels in order to achieve those objectives.
So looking forward, and possibly what you've done already at Cendyn, is what adaptations or innovations have you brought to the market in any time frame that you think, maybe in the last 6 months and looking forward?
So one of the things we've spent a lot of time, we've done a lot of M&A at Cendyn, and we're bringing different technologies together because we're actually bringing those platforms together, integrate with each other so we can start doing more personalization. The buzz expression about a year ago was personalized pricing, for example. So by actually having a CRM data about the guest and bringing that with a revenue management system, we can now start enabling personalized pricing based on who you are, how often you stay at a hotel, whether you're a member of a loyalty program or not. And the other thing I'd just say, Sean, is people talk about loyalty for hotels, and what people often forget in the hotel industry is actually more about guest recognition than it is loyalty. Yeah. So, and that's really important for a hotel, because guest recognition is about, not everyone wants to sign up to a loyalty program and have a membership card, but how I want to be recognized. I'm coming back to a hotel. When I check in, I don't want that receptionist to say, "Hi, is this your first time staying?" if I've been staying for the last 12 months.
But we've all spent that time filling in all these loyalty cards, and it's hard to keep up with them. So we need a data manager like Dashlane or something to manage all this sort of stuff.
Well, that's the thing.
So as we wrap up our conversation, what are your views and maybe tips and takes, or your view on the event? What have you, it's early in the day here, but what's your takeaway from why this gets together?
That's a great. There's a theme coming out. In the speakers in our panel, we're talking about using that data to actually drive the right message to the right guests at the right time, and often through the right channel. And I think that's consistent. We're hearing that about that conversion. We're talking about Catalyst for Conversion as a conference. Well, to convert, you've really got to be relevant to that consumer.
Absolutely. So here we are at Catalyst for Conversion, powered by Revenue by Design. It's certainly the theme of the event, and I think that's going to keep going. But more importantly, it's for us to use it and to understand that, yeah, making it personal and making it central to the mission of talking to a person rather than a machine will probably help with your conversion. So have a great one and keep looking over the fence.